Welcome, my warriors of holiness. Welcome, warriors of light, and everyone in between. Today, I want to do. There's a couple of things I would like to do today. I want to go over a couple of reasons that I think there should be some more paladins. There's not that many that I've seen. I want to see more of us. We need more into the holy cult. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. And hopefully after today, I would like to see if we can convince some of y'all to kind of have a little bit of an idea of why I think Paladin is a little insane, a little broken, and fun as hell. So, with that in mind, let's get on to what everybody enjoys the most, a top 5 list. But I will say, before we get into that, this is an opinion. This is my opinion. This is not anybody else's. My opinion. All of these, they're not in any order. They're not nothing. This, what I think, 5 reasons why I think more people should be playing Paladin in 2022. So let's get into it. Reason number 1 why I think there should be some more Paladins in this beautiful, beautiful game called Final Fantasy XIV. How many of you see a tank buster come and you're like, oh my goodness, pop all the shits because I need some defense. Think something's coming. Gotta pop all the things. Well, I will say, mind you, Paladin has got a little trick up its sleeve that is very, very reliable. That you can use pretty consistently for just about everything. And it has got multiple uses. And we will be going over them as we go. But main reason this is going to be the number 1 reason, or my number 1 reason why I think this is so good for Paladin, 45% damage mitigation. Now, you may be thinking, what the hell is that? That's not a button. That's not a thing, dude. That's not a skill. You can't. Let me remind you a few things you can do. So, before you get hit with a tank buster, you can pop a skill Sentinel. It's very easy, very fancy, nothing crazy. What you would traditionally do, 30%, just boom, right there, 30%. However, at level 82, in this new expansion of ours, level 82, you do get a skill. Finally, Sheltron gets upgraded. Finally. And it is called Holy Sheltron. It is insane, it is amazing, it is reliable, and you can use it pretty consistently to add very, very like a lot of benefits. A lot of benefits to your already pretty good skill tree, as I would say. So, Tank Buster comes in, pop Sentinel. It's going to be a solo one, or you think you're not going to survive all that well. You can pop Sentinel as well as Holy Sheltron to go along with any tank buster or any damage whatsoever. Now, instead of Sheltron just doing a 20% block rate, and that's all it is, now Holy Sheltron also gives you a 15% damage mitigation along with it. So, 30, 15, 45% damage mitigation to do whatever you want with. And it is pretty consistent because it's based on your job gauge and it's not really tied to anything else. It's very reliable and you can use it a whole lot. You can use it with Rampart and then boom, 25%. So there's a lot of uses for it, and not only does it just allow you to have 45% damage mitigation, it allows you to also receive that 20% block rate. So 45% damage mitigation plus the 20% block rate, and on top of all of that, you still have the regen. It's not long, but there's still a regen effect. So with that 45% damage mitigation, you get all of this stuff, and I have used it constantly, and I can't tell you how good it feels to have like the perfect setup just waiting, and you get a tank buster incoming, and you've got like a shield healer and pops a decent shield on you. Doesn't have to be a critical shield, just pops a decent shield on you. And I pop my good stuff, pop my Sentinel, pop Holy Shield. Tank buster does not a damn thing. it's kind of funny because sometimes it looks like it heals you. So, for me, what more of a definition of a tank could you need? That's literally what the tank is supposed to do. I don't care about tank busters anymore, and you shouldn't either if you play Paladin. Number 2, spells now cost less with the bonus effect of finally including self-heals in our damage rotation during our magic phase. Something that the Paladin has been missing for a very long time and never really had, but the other tanks have been enjoying for quite a while. Finally, during our damage rotation, we get passive healing from ourselves, which is awesome. It's fantastic. It feels amazing, and with the added benefit that's our damage spells, Holy Circle and Holy Spirit and all that, they cost less now. Before, they were 2,000 mana apiece. They just ate through your freaking mana like it was insane. Like, you really couldn't do much. Now, they just straight up cut it in half. So your entire magic phase costs half the MP that it used to, which is insane because when you're done with your normal button combo, your normal damage rotation, you still have some mana left over. Normally you wouldn't. Normally it would have probably been 0 or like 1,000. Extremely low. But now we have our mana ready to do whatever. If you finish your magic phase, you can pop in a couple clemencies at the end if you really need it. You can continue doing things. It's awesome. It feels like it. You're not when you. It feels the way it should be. It feels the way whenever you finish your damage rotation in your magic phase. It's not emptying the tank of every last bit of thing that you have. You still have stuff left in the tank when you're done, and it's amazing. I love it. Reason number 3: more MP back faster. Kind of goes hand in hand with the second one. MP the way MP regeneration usually worked with Paladin is when you're in your damage phase, you're trying to get as many of your normal combos and as many atonements as you can to try to recoup that MP pull back before you can do your magic phase again. I can't tell you how many times in the middle I couldn't do anything because by the time my magic phase was ended, I had nothing. My MP was completely drained and I couldn't even cast Clemency or I couldn't do anything. So it's the way they made it now where even after you're done, you still have mana back. You're still regaining mana during your melee phase, but also at the end of your magic phase, your 3 holy god, those are amazing swords from heaven attacks. Each one of them gives you 500 MP. So just finishing your magic rotation the way it should be just gives you 1,500 MP if you do it correctly and everything's fine. That's insane. So not only does your magic rotation doing damage, it's also getting you back mana just for being a mana phase. It's incredible. It's awesome. It feels the way Paladin should be. You're using abilities, and it's amazing. It really is amazing, and it doesn't feel like any other thing. It's kind of biased. I think it's the best. Number 4, more AoE damage. Finally, Paladin is keeping up with everyone. It's insane how much damage Paladin can do in AoE now. It is a little ridiculous. Remember how I was talking about a couple of times earlier? More mana, spells cost less, all the self-heals, all the stuff you're getting while you're in your magic phase. Not only are you using less mana, you're regaining mana faster, but you're doing more AoE spells. Instead of just like, I'm just going to pop 4 Holy Spirits, Confiteor, and then that's it. I'm just done. There's nothing else I can do. I'm just going to go back to swinging my sword in a circle and calling it good, and that's about it. No, now we can spam Holy Spirit. We can spam Holy Circle to our heart's content. And when we're ready for our Confiteor Swords from Heaven Holiness moment, All three of those are actually, including Confiteor, all four of those finishers are AoEs now. And the last three give you back mana, and the last one is a damage over time. More damage for AoE in Paladin. Once again, going back to the whole thing about spells costing less. When you finish your magic phase, when you're doing AoE pulls, you still have mana left over. You can just spam Holy Circle. You can do like 4 or 5 or 6 more Holy Circles. Those are still healing you. And you just keep on going until now I'm finally out and my healer hasn't had to do literally anything. It feels the way Paladin, it feels the way tanks should be. You shouldn't have to finish a phase and be completely wiped out of resources and not have anything left. It feels incredible being able to go into a large pack, pop a cooldown, and just do as much damage as humanly possible now with Paladin. It's a great feeling. It's a wonderful feeling, and it is one of the reasons why I enjoy the hell out of Paladin. Before we get to our last and final reason that I think more of you should be playing Paladin, please let me know down in the comment section below if you guys know of any more reasons of why more of you guys should be playing Paladin. And don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy this extremely mediocre content every now and then, and you would want to be notified. Because one of these days, who knows, you might want to watch this again or watch some other mediocre video I come out with. So let's continue. Last reason that I think people should be playing more of Paladin. Paladin has always been one of those tanks where it's extremely self-reliable. And that's kind of how I'm going to be framing the last reason. The self-sustainability of Paladin, from what I've seen so far, not a lot of takes can do that. There's been a couple of instances, dungeons, raids, trials, specifically the second new raid in Pandemonium. The story. 46% of the boss's health was left. Myself, main tank, off tank, another paladin. Everyone else died. The boss had 46% health left. Myself, this off tank, the other paladin, we finished it. Almost half of the raid, the level 90 Pandemonium raid boss health, me and the off tank duoed it. I would like to see other tanks do that. And Paladin's the only one that I think that would be able to do something like that. Paladin's the only one that can physically heal somebody else. Paladin's the only one that can physically put a damage mitigation on somebody else. Paladin's going to be the only other one that has that self-sustainability, that self-reliability. If the whole party goes down, or if your healers go down and you don't have another healer, you can keep the party alive. I've seen it time and time again. I've experienced it. I've done it to where the healer drops out, or the healer gets disconnected, or dies, or forgets a heal or something, and somebody, whatever situation you find yourself in, whatever it is, Paladin has been the one that, for the most part, can take care of himself, can take care of the party if need be. Other tanks can't do that. Bitch and moan all you want. Paladin is the only one with a heal that can heal somebody else as good as Paladin can. I'm sure there are some niche situations where some of the other tanks could probably keep other people alive. Not like the Paladin. It's not even close. If you think you can keep other people alive in some other situations as good as Paladin can, please let me know in the comment section below. Start some conversation going, because I would like to be educated on other tanks that could possibly do some of the stuff the Paladin can do. But yeah, self-sustainability, it is ridiculous the amount that you can do with a Paladin. half the time you don't even need a healer and that's just more damage going to the boss that your healer doesn't have to worry too much about you. Doesn't have to worry about healing you. Doesn't have to worry about healing others. Doesn't have to worry about my MP is extremely low. I can't really keep this team alive. My paladin tank over here popped the clemency in the middle of his Requiescat phase and healed that guy, and I don't have to worry about him anymore. And it was nice. Whatever situation you find yourself in, like, it's hard to find more reasons. I mean, I can probably find some more reasons, and I probably will find some more reasons. But now, off the top of my head, after Endwalker's been out for just not even a month, level 90 Paladin, in my opinion, is one of the most it's incredible what the Paladin can do right now. And I love it, and I would extremely enjoy to see some other people doing some of the things that I've been able to do as Paladin and see how versatile Paladin is. Like I said before, these are all my opinions of what I think why Paladin is really, really versatile, why I think it's one of the best tanks in Endwalker right now, and that's why it's one of the reasons that I think there should be more Paladins. Main tanking. Just more Paladins overall. If you see a Paladin level 90, see what happens when you let them main tank. See what happens when you let more Paladins in your party. Move over, other tanks. Paladins charging ahead now. Don't stop them. Don't stop them, because it's going to be it's a wild ride. It's an extremely wild ride. And I hope you guys enjoy this mediocre content and would like to stick around every once in a while for more. If you do, also just would like to let everybody know I do stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30 Central Standard Time. I'll leave my link in the description below, twitch.tv/BigXCountry. That is moi. If you guys like to see more Paladin stuff or more general shenanigans of Final Fantasy XIV and other randomness, be sure to drop a follow, stop in, say hello, see what's going on. I may be working on a new video and you don't even know it yet. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this list. I hope you guys think of reasons why you think the Paladin might be a better tank, or you think some of the other tanks might be better. Let me know. Start a conversation down in the comments below. Let's see if we can get some conversations going and get this Paladin the credit it deserves.